Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another Let's Talk About Star Citizen video. We're going to be talking about travel times in this video. Travel times is a heated subject I've noticed on the forums and on some other people's podcasts and some video streams. So I thought I would like to throw in my 2 cents. Okay, travel times have been a thing in every MMO since the beginning of MMOs. There was, you walk from mission to mission in some fantasy MMOs, and then when you get that opportunity to grab a horse, you're like super excited because that's like going to double your speed to get to places because you've thought it's taken you forever to do things. And then once you get that horse, you're excited to go from place to place. Now the places you're going are farther. They're farther apart because it takes you longer to get there, so you needed that horse. After that, maybe you get a flying mount and you can fly from continent to continent because you're like now going, okay, my world is expanding. That's just one example of how travel times can influence your gameplay. So let's talk about how travel times impact your gameplay in Star Citizen. Well, first of all, I want to tell you it impacts you psychologically. Travel times is a psychological impact on your enjoyment and on the game. It's basically used as a tool by the devs to relay information to your brain using time. It also allows them to manage the game. Now I'm going to go, there's 2 sides to this story. There's 2 sides to this travel time coin. You have people that want to go fast or fast travel from point to point, or just faster than what's currently in the game. I get you. And then there's the longer travel times. The times that takes more time to get to places. So 2 sides are less time, and the other side is more time. So the 2 sides are the faster times, and then the other side of the coin would be their slower times, or longer times. It takes you longer to get there. Now each one of them have advantages, and they each give you certain things, but I want you to realize that some of these advantages aren't always advantages. This just depends on how you play the game or what you want out of the game. So let's talk about what the faster side of the coin gives you. Well, it lets you respond to other players' interactions. And this is what I mean by that. Like, let's say you're off on the next world over and someone's attacking your base, which is on the other planet, and you've got friends there and they're saying, we're being overwhelmed, we need help, we need you to respond. Okay, so it allows you to jump in your ship and fly back to base rapidly, so you get there in a hurry. It also lowers your weight to accomplish goals like carrying cargo or claiming bounties, because you're fast. You can get there, you can get the cargo, you can carry it to the next world, you can drop it off, you can make your money. It also gives you immediate gratification. There's missions that are going to cause you to travel from point A to point B, and because you can travel faster, it'll be less time consuming and you'll be able to get through these missions faster. And basically, the way I've got it worded is you'll burn through content in record time. It'll make building teams easy because you can put the word out. People could say, hey, I want to be in your team, and they could fast travel to you and get to you wherever you're at, and you could build this team, in a few minutes, and then you could proceed on to do quests or missions. So it allows faster getting together. It caters to that type of player that likes to log in, mess around a little bit, do a mission, and then log out. So there's a lot of advantages for having fast travel. Now let's talk about the flip side of the coin, where it talks about longer travel. What advantage could possibly be from longer travel? Wrap your brain around this. It gives you a feeling of just how massive the universe is. It puts you in character. It immerses you into the universe. It extends the content duration. That's right, I said extends the content duration as an advantage. So you'll not finish it too fast, and it'll keep you playing for years to come. Makes earning anything in the game more challenging because you have to travel further. It's not easy or immediate. It allows for more strategic thinking, like, should I do this thing or should I not do this thing? Because it might take you time and you might have to think about it. Is it worth doing that thing? It also encourages forward thinking, i.e. planning with your friends or your team, so that if you have a mission, you'll say, hey, we're going to have this mission tonight at 6 o'clock. Now that allows your team, if they know they're 20 minutes away, they can say, okay, I know I'm 20 minutes away, but I want to participate in this mission, so I need to log in a little bit ahead of time and travel over there so that I can be ready. So it provides an opportunity for team coordination, planning, getting your shit together. And I didn't have this written down, but I'm going to talk about it as well. Remember those advantages I talked about in fast travel? Well, long travel gives you an advantage that counters the first one. Okay. The first one I set up in fast travel was rapid response times. Well, with long travel, it allows me to plan for an attack, a mission, gather my friends. It takes us a little bit longer to gather. And then when we finally do attack that player base, the players that are defending that base can't just warp in from all over the galaxy to defend it. So it provides us an opportunity for that sneak attack. Now, if it takes 10 minutes, okay, we better get done in less than 10 minutes because we know they'll be showing up. But if it only takes 1 or 2 minutes to get there, then it's not worth it because they can just defend with their entire fleet or whatever. So what I'm saying is it gives advantage to the players that plan ahead. Like maybe I've got a base, I'm going to put some defenses up because I know it's going to take me a while to fly back and defend it. If you don't put defenses up, then when we attack, you're SOL. So what I'm trying to say is it encourages planning and forward thinking. Read a number of articles and read what other people have talked to other developers from other games. Most of their answers all jived pretty much with the same responses. Developers want you to experience all of their content, not just click, 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 and get through all their content. They don't want that. They put some effort into giving them a dialogue. They put some effort into the world or the area that you have to travel through. They don't want you just to go click, click, zoom, click, click, I'm done. They don't want that. They want you to play the game for a long time, forever. One of the tools that is pretty much an industry standard throughout all MMOs to make this a reality is called time sync. They create time syncs in the game. I'm not going to say the word waste, but it basically wastes your time so that you stay immersed in the game longer. You play logged in longer. They want that. They don't do it maliciously. That's not what's happening. And they're not dicks by doing it. They're trying to give you the most out of the game in the longest amount of time. There are many time sinks in Star Citizen. Many time sinks in Star Citizen. They are not all currently realized in the game. Only 1 or 2 are focused on in the game, and it makes it more pronounced. Some of the time sinks that I can envision in the game are things like quantum travel times, takeoff and landing times, that's kind of lengthy. Trains, just to go from a zone to another zone, you got to take a 5-minute train? Sounds ridiculous. Overclocking, so crafting. So there will be a time, it's not in the game yet, but there will be a time when I can take gear and gadgets and I can tweak them and make them stronger or more powerful or use less power or whatever. And that will take me time because I'll have to sit down and do it. Gathering missions, like miners or salvagers, you have to go out there and you have to go dig off all the bricks and all the gizmos off of the things. That takes time. Missions, actually going through the mission, that takes time. I do believe that as the time sinks get implemented into the game, I do believe the time that they take need to be tweaked. Basically, there will need to be some up and down. You can't just assign an arbitrary number to a time sink, how long it's going to take you to do something, and then just leave it. You need to test it, and that's what we're here for in the alpha. We test the time sinks. We respond to CIG how we think these time sinks are impacting us. But I'm afraid that there are a lot of players out there that don't understand why there are time sinks in games. I personally think a 20-minute journey between the start of getting the mission to going to the mission location and accomplishing the mission is not unreasonable. If it takes me an hour to cross a system, that might be a little bit too long. I have to kind of gauge it and we'll have to figure it out. But I don't think 20 minutes is unacceptable. And a 10-minute quantum travel between Stanton and Crusader, I think that's about right. I mentioned that I've played many MMOs and I've traveled from zone to zone, got a horse. You know, it took me about 10 minutes to, or actually just the other night, it took me about 15 minutes to ride from one town to the next. I thought that was okay. I mean, I was riding, but I understand I was interacting with the world. I was steering this horse. And currently right now in Star Citizen, when you go into Quantum, you're hands-free. There's no interaction. You're not playing the game anymore. You're now just waiting. You're just sitting there waiting. And I understand that's what's impacting most players right now. That's why they feel like it's long travel time, because they're not actually flying to their next destination, or they're not encountering anything in between. No anomalies to break you out of Quantum so that you can go investigate it or something like that. So right now, it's just point and shoot and then wait till you get there. And I feel that that's why travel times are being complained about in Star Citizen right now. I'm going to give you a final thought here. This might not sit well with everyone, and I apologize if I feel like I'm targeting individual players, but understand, I am. I tell people this all the time, and I don't mean it maliciously. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be mean about this. Star Citizen is more like Second Life than a game, and I don't mean the furry social game. Star Citizen is a simulator. So remember that saying where they say, we're going to make the best damn space sim ever? Well, that's what they're talking about. It's a space simulator. They didn't say, we're going to make the best damn space game ever. That's not what they're saying. Star Citizen has never been a game. A lot of people think, and a lot of people feel, that simulators are games, and in a way they are. So if you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator and you're flying from one town to the next, how many hours does that take you? Because it's a simulator. It's not a game. You don't log into a match, have it done in 10 minutes, and then log out. So if you're thinking that you can play Star Citizen like a normal game, then you're going to be overwhelmed by the simulator nature of it. You're not supposed to log in, kill the pirate, and then log out and say, well, I've only got 30 minutes to play. That's not Star Citizen. If that's what you want out of Star Citizen, Star Citizen's probably not the simulator for you. I hope this helps you understand why it takes you the amount of time it takes you to get places. The devs want a time sink. They want you to invest time in the simulator, also a game. So there's a little growing pains there. So let them tweak the travel times. Don't get bent out of shape just yet. We're still way in alpha. Times are going to get modified up and down. So just let it happen. But I want you to understand there is a method to the madness. They want long travel time. They want you to experience the world. They want you to be immersed. They want the missions to be challenging and not just click, click, click. They don't want you to finish them in 5 minutes and say, okay, I've done all the missions. They want them to take time. All right, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to help support the channel, go ahead and hit the join button or the PayPal link in the description below. Catch you next time.